Well, hi everybody. Good morning. Two meteorologist Travis Klineski here on this Thursday morning, almost to the end of the week. We're almost there, but a quiet day, another quiet one expected for today. A few passing clouds overnight. There weren't too many, but those are moving out of here now. We'll see a few more high-level clouds out there later on today here. These aren't going to be super thick, though, so we'll see plenty of sunshine. No worse than mostly sunny, so I think we're looking good for today. Winds not terribly strong out of a west to northwest direction. Quiet weather tonight with clear skies. Light southwesterly winds that'll turn more west and northwesterly as we move into our Friday. Still not a whole lot of wind for your Friday. Plenty of sun, a few thin clouds out there, and quiet weather continues right into Friday night. Saturday morning. I will point out real quick here, I'm going to back this up. Look at late in the afternoon tomorrow. The panhandle of Nebraska is going to see some strong west winds tomorrow afternoon here, so they'll actually see a higher fire threat there. But most of us, that's not going to be a concern until we get into this upcoming weekend here. There is, I believe, a fire weather watch for tomorrow, parts of the panhandle, but nothing when it comes to red flag warnings or anything like that yet. They're off to our north and west right now. We will see those come into play as we get into the weekend and next week. Highs today, mid to upper 70s and lower 80s, way above average. Our average high is in the low to mid 60s now this time of the year, so we're going to be way above average today into those mid and upper 70s and lower 80s. Not too bad tonight, upper 30s, low to mid 40s for lows. Highs tomorrow, back up into the 70s and some lower 80s. A little cooler up north, so there's a very weak cool front that's going to move into kind of the northern part of the state right here, but then it kind of stalls out and will lift back to the north Friday night into Saturday morning. So not terribly cold Friday night and Saturday morning, 40s for lows, maybe even low 50s in a few spots, maybe a few upper 30s back towards the west. But overall, not too bad heading into our weekend. Saturday itself is going to be a warm day out there, a very warm fall day. We might be pushing into record territory this weekend on your Saturday here. The winds may be a touch breezy Saturday, still don't look terribly strong, but we'll be creeping closer to that higher fire threat. Notice some cooler 70s out west, but the really cool stuff is still way off to the northwest there as the cold front will be slow to approach, but will eventually make its way in. Let's jump you ahead to Sunday real quick. I'm going to show you a couple of long-range forecast models. This is Sunday morning. The winds are going to crank up on Sunday as this big storm system to our west starts to get going here. There's going to be developing low pressure right in here. Look at all that moisture in the Rockies. I wish we could get some of that. Even if it was snow, it would be nice to get something. This is the European forecast model. Let's take you into the day Sunday. Look at the winds. Cranking up on Sunday. We're going to get some strong southwesterly winds. And that fire threat's going to be high. Then comes the moisture. We have a dry line and a cold front. Dry line, cold front. Showers, isolated thunderstorms try to develop. Central Nebraska, we're not likely to see much. Better chances in eastern Nebraska. They will then really get going off to our east here. So thunderstorms possible here. Meanwhile, there's our low right here. Wrap around moisture, rain, maybe some snow. Let's push this through Sunday night into Monday morning. There it goes there. Back this up one more time. We'll play that one more time. There it goes as it lifts to the northeast and really gets its act together. On the backside of that front, which will by Monday noon, that front's going to be right here. Strong northwesterly winds drawing in much cooler temperatures. Maybe a little wraparound rain. Maybe a little mix off towards the northwest here. Unfortunately, we're probably not set to get a whole lot here across most of our area, though, and that'll clear out Monday night. Quiet weather then expected Tuesday, Wednesday, and then things might turn a little more interesting towards Thursday and Friday of next week as our next system comes through, and that might bring us a little bit better chance of moisture. Mostly rain, maybe a little colder there. Mostly rain. This will be interesting to see how that plays out. That's a long ways out yet. GFS model. Back to Sunday morning. Look at the winds really strengthening out of the south and southwest on Sunday. Strong winds. If you look at some of the peak winds in the afternoon right there, we're going to be looking at, again, gusts 35 to 45 miles per hour, maybe some gusts to 50 miles per hour. They may even be stronger ahead of that dry line in eastern Nebraska and eastern Kansas. But notice the thunderstorm development towards Sunday evening. Most of it's going to be well to our east here, far eastern Nebraska, then over into Iowa. Meanwhile, you've got this area of low pressure right here, spinning counterclockwise. And there's the wraparound moisture. Rain and, yes, some snow out west possible. And then most of that moisture in northern Nebraska. So if you live up north, rain and maybe some snow are going to be a possibility, but unfortunately not a whole lot for us on Monday in the Tri-Cities. Just a lot of strong northwest winds and cooler temperatures driving in behind that front. That lifts to the northeast Monday night to Tuesday. Quiet weather then expected until we get towards next Thursday or Friday with that same system that we talked about, the European model coming through here. We'll see how it plays out. This model isn't quite as aggressive, and it's a little bit slower with this system here, but it's a little farther south. If the low pressure passes to our south, that's good news because that brings us a better chance of moisture. Because right here, and this is right here, the low pressure to our north with this first system that's coming through this Sunday and Monday. Low pressure here, we get dry slotted right here. That's a dry slot. Whereas the second system right here, low pressure right there between Wichita and Dodge City, the dry slot's way down here in Texas and Oklahoma. We get the moisture here, so that would be good news. And again, I'll go back to the European model real quick here. And again, notice this is a little farther north with the low. It's sitting near the Kansas-Nebraska border, but it's still far enough south that we're getting in on some of the moisture. The dry slot's down into southern Kansas and into Oklahoma and Texas. And that's that second system late next week, by the way, here. So a long ways out. We're talking a week away or more yet. So that's a long ways out. I don't want to get into too many details, but I did just want to kind of give you an idea of what could be coming down the road. Well, let's sum this up later now. Let's look at the 3 and 7 day forecast. 3 days, quiet weather for the most part, warm, very warm on Saturday, warm again Sunday, and windy on Sunday ahead of that cold front. Then here comes the moisture. I'm capping it off at a 20% chance in the Tri-Cities here for Sunday night. And then during the day, Monday, some wraparound moisture, but not a very good chance. Windy both days. Going to be a fire threat Sunday for sure. Probably some fire threat on Monday. Not as windy, but still breezy Tuesday and Wednesday as temperatures recover a little bit back to the lower 60s. Long range, a couple of slightly warmer days, and then maybe cooling down towards the end of next week with that next system making its way through. So I know I got very wordy with that, but I kind of wanted to give you an idea of maybe when better moisture chances come. Like I said, it's over a week away yet. A lot can change with the forecast models between now and then. That's a long, long ways out yet. So hopefully, let's hope we can get some moisture, though, as we get towards the end of next week. It is much needed. The new drought monitor will be coming out here at 7:30 this morning. I'm recording this. It's about 7:14 right now. The current drought monitor, which does not look good anyway, I don't think it'll change too much just because we're in the cooler fall season now, but a lot of drought across the area now, and it's especially bad in southwest and northeast Nebraska, and so we need the moisture, and unfortunately, not much in the next 7 days, maybe something beyond, we'll see, but we are desperate for a real soaking rain. Well, I want to thank you all for watching on this Thursday morning. I'll see you all again on Friday to wrap up the work week. Until then, take care, enjoy your Thursday. God bless. Should be nice weather out there. Enjoy it. Bye.